The timing is appropriate because Cameron Munster misses. We've still got a full moon. What weird and wacky things will we see this evening? I know one thing, this will be a tough game of footy. And Manly, while it's not desperate stakes, it's certainly a must-win, given that recent run of defeats, albeit narrow ones. So Tyron Wishart wears the 6, just his second appearance in the NRL wearing that jersey, and Tui Kamikamica's 100th game in the NRL tonight. Grant, he's been in remarkable form and making some yardage down the left-hand side through Blore, who forces an offload, and Daly Cherry Evans is there to clean up. So an early win for Manly, although powerful, a few plays there for Melbourne. They were out near the halfway.
It's very unlike the Melbourne Storm. Opening of a game, pushing an offload like that.
Good rushing defence by Katoa on Jake Trebojevic. But to Cole Lawton, still no sign of Lachlan Croker, who's been out for a number of weeks as a result of that concussion. So Lawton manning the dummy half duties, and now Ben Trebojevic off the pass from Luke Brooks. Just in from that packed hill side of the ground. They go back to the short side. Ben Trebojevic with a kick through. Sua Fa'alongo is there to retrieve the ball. And the ever-consistent Nick Meaney now for the Storm. They've won 3 in a row on the road, away from Melbourne. Of course, their home winning streak was brought to a halt at 14 by the Sharks a couple of weeks back. It's their second defeat of the season. Here's Welsh out to the 30. And Josh King. And Jerome Hughes with his first high, long kick of the evening. And a maiden touch in the NRL for Lihai Hopewate. He's been part of this Manly development system since he was 12 years of age, and he graduates to the top grade tonight. Brad Fittler, what a night for footy, and the ground is tip-top.
Absolutely beautiful. It hasn't been a game here for a couple of weeks. That's one of the tricky things about this ground at the moment. There's so much grass that it's also holding a lot of water, so quite slippery. The temperature's cool, but nothing too. Well, look at it, 13 degrees. We've got a full crowd over there on the hill, and then we've got a full moon in the sky. What more could you ask for?
Oh, I just hope we're nice and calm down there, Freddie. Full moon can do strange things to people. We've got Joey on the short leash up here, played by Aloiai. Here's Cherry Evans. High and wide, Jason Saab's back tonight, and he's an aerial target, and he flies up high, but what a take. Gee, there's some tall timber out wide tonight, isn't there? Xavier Coates, Will Warbrick, Jason Saab, and with the greatest of respect, the odd man out is Ray Vaianga. He's more in the Brian To'o mould. Good aggressive defensive by Manly. They can turn into physical performance at home. We've seen them really go after some well-credentialed opponents on this ground in the last couple of years, and Hughes has spilt one, and so Manly with an attacking opportunity.
Yeah, Brad Fittler just spoke about how wet the conditions are out there due to the dew. You know, that ball just comes spewing out when Hughes hits the ground.
Oh, Olakau'atu stampeded over the top of Tyron Wishart.
You want to be careful there. Tyrone got his head on the wrong side.
Terry Evans straightens and unleashes a pass to Brooks. And Hopewate is only slight, but he is quick. Looks a real athlete. Similar in stature to his opposite number, Sua Fa'alongo tonight. So Manly just outside the 10. Aloiai playing it. Lawton away. Trebojevic to Cherry Evans and short to Olakau'atu. Great tackle, Wishart. He'll have been thinking about this job all week, although there's 6 more tackles coming the way of Manly. Cherry Evans running from acting half himself. Lawton to Paseka. Stopped by Welsh, helped by King. Played to Lawton. Lawton finds Brooks. Brooks underneath the bench. Trebojevic runs towards the 6. It's another 6 again. They're starting to mount up here. Manly with sustained attack against Melbourne's line. Wishart came sprinting out. DCE was looking for an opening, but it was shut down by a good tackle by King. Now Aloye can't bash his way through, right underneath the black dot. Penalty.
He didn't play out.
Well, that's the third penalty in a row. There's a couple of 6 to goes, and then Ashley Klein, he was forced to blow a penalty on this occasion, just reaching around there, Harry Grant.
Go for goal, guys.
DC is going to take the shot.
No, not Marcus. Not Marcus.
Yeah, just watching ball playing to the left side a couple of times, Manly have attacked to their left with Lehigh Hopewata. I just think Brooks has to play a step or two earlier. That rushing defence at the slippery surface Brad Fittler's talking about. Just cutting down his space, the young fullback. There he is there. Quite slight, not as big as his father, John. Talking to Jim Dimmick, the assistant coach. He said he's silky, got amazing skills and just glides over the surface.
Already 3 carries too. He's involved in the opening 6.5 minutes.
He's logged some really impressive numbers through New South Wales Cup football. 11 games, 6 tries, 6 try assists, 39 tackle breaks, 2-0 Manly. That's his 100. Garrick.
Now stay behind. Yeah, Ellie, just hold that goal line. Yeah. Oh, he's got to wait till that ball's played. You went early.
So Manly opting to take the penalty goal after a number of sets in succession against Melbourne's line. 2-0. 100 points in the season already for Reuben Garrick with that penalty goal. He's a point scoring marvel. A new role this year, playing in the centres. He was the leading point scorer in the comp getting into the weekend. Val Holmes has gone over the top of him now, but what are we, round 12, and he's already knocked up a century. Yes, Brad?
Yeah, a couple of things about that decision to kick the goal. First is they've most likely told Melbourne that if they give penalties away, they're going to take goals. So they'll hold them up a little bit and trying to push the referee. And that's the other part, is I wouldn't push the referee too much. 3 penalties in a couple of minutes. Could have someone in the sin bin.
Had a spate of sin binnings. I think, all but one game last weekend up at Magic Round we had a player in the bin. Brooks, a kick high for Warbrick. They're brilliant at the back of these Melbourne wingers. And again, they're asked to work the ball away from their goal line. And Xavier Coates, I reckon he'll be staring at his phone endlessly after tonight, hoping the words Billy Slater come up on it.
You could always ask Billy, he's sitting next to you.
Well, I'm not going to waste my time. We all get a kick when Billy rings us, though, I suppose. Hughes. So Saab running back with the path of the ball. Start season for Jason Saab is 6 weeks after he was hurt in the opening round, and then he's missed a game. The Dolphins clash and back tonight.
Yeah, Manly just getting on top of the field position battle here. That's tackle 2 already over the 40-metre line. To stay consistent, put a bit of pressure on the Melbourne Storm. Start playing some football down the other end of the field.
He's a wholehearted runner. Now Garrick, and now Saab. They look accomplished with their attacking football at the moment, Manly. They feel really comfortable here at 4 Pines Brookvale. Always an imposing trip, regardless of who you are. But down inside the 30, Lawton waiting. On the right-hand side, Cherry Evans kicks. Opawate coming through after it, but once again, Xavier Coates. Perfectly timed leap and hassle-free collection. Now Smith.
He looks on tonight, David Cherry Evans, had some beautiful touches and really dominant in his play. I think he realises they lost 3 in a row.
Yep.
This is a must-win.
Yeah, you think back 3 weeks ago, Joey, as the Melbourne Storm get a penalty, that'll help them get out of their own half. But 3 weeks ago against the Canberra Raiders, they were leading 20 points to 0.
And they were rolling. It looked like it was going to be 60.
That young Canberra team, they came back. So Manly at home, they traditionally get off to a good start. And now Melbourne, they get their chance to reply. Still only 2-0 on the scoreboard.
Craig Bellamy agreeing to continue as head coach of Melbourne for another year during the week. Incredible record that they've made the finals 20 of 21 years Craig's been there, or 21 of 22, something like that. They've missed once. Just incredible. Wishart. Outside the 30, Kamitha. And now Hughes. Oh, the pass just a little errant, and it's been knocked on by Will Warbrick.
Okay, shot clock on.
Yeah, he's got their timing wrong on the right-hand side between Meaney and Warbrick. It's the pass going behind Will Warbrick. There was an opportunity, and that was the winger Vaanga.
He likes to jam in, Big Ray.
Does he what?
And when he does jam, the shoulders are wound up. So last week at Magic Round, he levelled a couple of players. But that was an opportunity there. Be disappointed in that one. Will Warbrick. One of my pet hates, the wingers overrunning the centres. Get a little bit deeper.
Yes, Ray Vaanga out there on the wing, Andrew. He's a combination of Steve Maddow and George He just comes stampeding in and tries to belt blokes. Good positive ball movement once again. Here's Garrick. They're inside Melbourne territory. Brooks. An underpass to Jake Trebojevic. Draws in 3 defenders. King and Kamitha. And now Paseka on the left-hand side of the field. Pulled down just outside the 30. They'll go to Cherry Evans, who was standing on the left edge. He puts a kick high in the air for Failongo, and he gives away some height on his wingmen, but negotiates that well.
Yeah, just watching Luke Brooks and Daly Cherry Evans just drift around the field, Joey. You know, the combination between the two, do you like the fact that they're switching sides and combining?
Well, they're one team, Manly. Oh, big tackle there. They're one team where their halves play together. A lot of teams have their halves split in the lock, or the front rowers ball play in the middle of the field. Not Manly. The halves they play.
He was suspended in midair there, Hughes.
It's allowed.
See, there's some sting in the Manly defence now. They're really winning this battle in the middle. Hughes tried to belt that. Didn't catch it as he might have liked. And now Hopawate. Yes, Brad.
Just on the back of what the boys were talking about with the Manly attack, the thing I'm finding is they're not doing it with any actual pace, though. I don't feel like they're spreading the ball to not make mistakes, more so spreading the ball to make chinks in the Melbourne defensive team.
Now Brooks with a dash. Tackled strongly by King. They won't mind a low-scoring graft, Melbourne. Obviously, their defence, one of the features of their game as Trebojevic comes running onto one. They've conceded 15 less tries than Manly so far in the campaign. But they're really putting them under pressure so far tonight. Failongo took off a mile away from that and still held on to it.
He flew into it, didn't he?
Well, after 15 minutes of high kicks to all three men at the back, Manly might have worked out that they're not bad under the high ball. Here's Coates, crunched. But it's able to bounce up and play it quickly. And Harry Grant spreads immediately. They've got numbers on the right-hand edge. It gets to Katoa. He balloons a pass over the top. Warbrick with it now. Trying to weave down the sideline. Tackled in cover by Brooks. Played back to Nick Meaney. Now Hughes. The first testing assignment for Hopewate, but Ray Vayanga got in the way and helped him. Well, sort of helped him. Hindered him in some respects. But at least he caught it safely. Now Hamoli Olakau'atu. 10th in the NRL for tackle breaks this year. And closing in on a maiden origin appearance. Now Saab using his pace to get around them. Oh, they're dragging him along the turf towards the touchline. The tackle's completed. Now Garrick dashing from dummy half. This is shaping up nicely, this game. Terry Evans out of dummy half. He beat Harry Grant. Goes back to Brooks. He's going to spiral one over the top. It went through the hands of Talau. He gets it to Imolo Vayanga, who has lost the ball as he went to ground.
Well, the pace of the game has certainly accelerated over the last 4 or 5 minutes. The ball's been in play through that period. Some tired boys out there. They'll appreciate this 30-second rest. Ball goes out to the left-hand side. And Vayanga, he found some space down the sideline.
Oh, he might have got clipped there, Ray Vayanga.
What they're doing with those offloads and moving the ball has to move the big men around defensively for the Storm. They have to make a tackle, get off the ground, chase the ball, and really chew a lot of petrol out of the opposition team.
Kamikamitha, oh, Welsh has spilt one.
Yeah, just the ball went behind. Just the fundamentals, the basic fundamentals of catch and pass. The ball's got to be in front, hit right in front of the sponsor every time. That ball just goes behind. Just watch this. Just the attention to detail goes behind. That's not up to NRL standard. They'd be disappointed with that, the Melbourne Storm.
That ball will be nice and slippery too. Once it hits the ground, it picks up a bit of that dew. It's hard to handle.
10th meeting, the 8th meeting, incidentally, between Bellamy and Seabold. Bellamy 5, Seabold with a couple of victories over the master.
One of his assistant coaches at one stage. Yeah, Seabold.
An amazing run of coaches that have come from that Melbourne program and made their mark more broadly in the NRL. Lovely play, Hopewate off an inside pass by Ben Trebojevic. Manly bearing down on the Melbourne line. Lawton. First receiver Brooks, second receiver Cherry Evans, goes behind Olakau'atu. Garrick with an acceleration, and then he floated a pass up, which is taken by Coates and given away to Sua Failongo. And for just a fleeting second, you thought Melbourne were going to run right away upfield.
Yeah, they did really well, Manly. They covered in behind. I think it was Olakau'atu and Cherry Evans. Coates, when he got the ball, it looked like the show was over. There it is here in the replay box. Did well to cover in behind. Olakau'atu there. And Cherry Evans cleans up the scraps.
Hard by that tackle, Karma Kamika. Wishart down the short side. Can't evade Garrick.
Little family battle, that one. I think Reuben Garrick's engaged to Tyron Wishart's sister.
Gerringong royalty right there. Now Flores, the last tackle.
Last in 10.
What are you seeing, Bill? Who's on top? Sort of just feeling each other out. We spoke about the surface. I think the surface is hindering both teams.
Yeah, I think the Manly Sea Eagles have dominated the field position, but the longer this game goes with the Melbourne Storm within striking distance, it's only 2-0 on the scoreboard. I think Melbourne's got plenty of points in them. There we go now. This is the opportunity that they're looking for. They start their set 25 metres out. Scrum.
Let's go.
Well, I'd say in the Westpac red zone, I can't remember Melbourne playing the ball in Manly's area.
Not yet. Well, this is where Harry Grant, he's really dangerous here with the big forwards. Kemikamitha, Trent Liero, he's on the field now. Westpac red zone, there you go. Melbourne Storm 0, Manly 9. Just watch the little dummy half with the headgear. He gets really creative up this end of the field.
He picks it up at the back of the scrum. Sends Hughes into the line. Pass out from Meany. Tackle by Talau. They're down inside that red zone. Liero from the bench tonight. Straightens the run towards the sticks. And tackle by Olakau'atu. Played to Harry Grant. Wishart underneath now for Sean Bloor. Such a hard man to stop. They're in great form, the two back rowers for Melbourne. A stone's throw from the line. King can't get through. Tackled by Lawton and Jake. Grant picks it up, goes to Hughes. He gets it away, one-handed offload. Another scrappy ball that's gone over the sideline.
Geez, that was on then. Had him shot to pieces. Harry Grant. There's an offload here. It's a bit scrappy. Jerome Hughes out the back. I don't know what...
Well, Melbourne stopped playing.
Nick Mooney pulled his hands away there. I don't know whether he's watching the... He was watching Ray coming in, outside in.
Warbrick was miles behind the play.
Yeah, but the ball went to Nick Mooney. He just had to catch and pass. That was a real opportunity there for the Storm.
I know who would have really blown up back in the day if the outside backs would have done that. Jonathan Thurston used to give his outside backs a bake when they weren't on the job.
He didn't miss an opportunity.
There's a high tackle here, but Josh King, it's impossible for him to do anything else.
Let's go, Daly, penalty. Thanks, Matt. Let's go.
No. So Brown out there, which is telling him he's the man that'll go after the Melbourne Storm pack. He's been missing since that Raiders defeat here at Four Pines Brookie, but prior to that, he was back to his intimidating best.
Hurry, let go! Josh, wait for it!
Terry Evans. Off to Olakau'atu. Look at all the defenders it takes, and they still can't stop him. Grant and Remus Smith were there to end his run. The ball goes to Lawton. Then Brown ball playing, and Brooks short pass, beautiful ball. Ben Trebojevic accelerating towards the line, and he's got there. Luke Brooks at his best.
Oh, there's poor defence here for the Melbourne Storm. Elise Katoa. He'd be disappointed this one, Craig Bellamy. Just watch the back row up top of the screen. Harvey Norman replay. He tries to solve the problem on his own, comes sprinting out, which then puts pressure on Jerome Hughes, and it just pulls the edge apart. Elise Katoa, he'd like to have that one again, Eli Katoa. Tries to solve the problem on his own and puts so much pressure on Jerome Hughes. Shows it there, just opens the space.
Does a great job, Nathan Brown, not known for his ball playing ability, but he allows that pressure to come. He feels it. Yui fan camp, fans here at Brookie like it. He feels that pressure coming and he absorbs it and just plays nice and early. That's really good play by Nathan Brown.
When you're in that position, Bill, and you're coming out the back of those, can you feel them coming outside in?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You've got your eyes on the ball. You see Nathan Brown here. He's got his eyes on the ball, but he feels that pressure from Katoa. So he doesn't go into the pressure. He just lets it come to him and plays nice and early. He knows there's space out there. And that pressure comes from the outside. There's always space on the outside.
That's very unlike the Melbourne Storm, their defensive patterns and the defensive structures. Somebody trying to solve the problem on their own.
Well, it's a sign of panic.
Well, Ben Trebojevic, I suppose the less celebrated of the three brothers in the NRL, but geez, turned into a good player. He's having a wonderful year as a starting back row on that left side. And further, Ruben Garrick's century of points, 5th on the Manly point scorers list. That's good going. And he's hit this superbly from touch. What a hit. So it's 8-0 now. Manly after a 1-point loss to Brisbane, 6-point loss to the Dolphins, 2-point loss to the Raiders, and Ruben Garrick.
Oh, it's smart work.
So clever there.
It's smart work. Firstly, off the kickoff, he holds the touch line, and then he gets the back foot there, and he knows all he has to do is get a hand on it.
How good's that?
Smart play.
That's clever, Brad.
There's a couple of thousand people that are disappointed with that because back fence Brown, they call him now. Everyone was very excited. As he was walking back to the fence, they're all cheering. He was actually raking at the ground like a bull would. It's quite a scene watching him wind up.
Not if you're tackling him. Oh, he'd be ready to go, Nathan Brown. Here he is again, knocked in the back fence and from far enough back to inflict a bit of damage on Sean Bloor, who stayed down.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in the contact with Brown and he didn't move. He just stayed seated.
Oh, he's rattled Bloor.
Just see here. He goes into the tackle. There it is there.
Head clash.
Cops the head of Brown.
Oh, right in the temple.
So he's staying out there for the moment. Appears. Yeah, back into the defensive line. So Brown playing the ball to Lawton. Brooks has been strong. Terry Evans has to submit to avoid giving away any sort of penalty. So Grant's able to take a little longer as a result. Brown, another good ball. Big Paseka pouring into space. Looking for back-to-back efforts, Manly. Jake Trebojevic can't part the defence in line with the left-hand post when he played it. DCE at the back to Hopewate and Tommy Talau. I don't know if this has brushed a bit of the line.
He thinks he's got there. Ashley Klein's not sure. He's going to send it upstairs. But Tommy Talau,
They'll have no try.
you could see how animated he was.
Rule in that he promotes the ball, which gets it to the line for a double movement.
Those slippery conditions here at Brookvale as he slide over. Oh, I think that's a try.
Just looking to see if there's promotion of the ball from Tommy Talau.
Well, I don't think he promotes it. I think it's the momentum of the tackle. It's the momentum of Jerome
It's a
Hughes.
try.
Tommy Talau has the ball on his chest. There is no promotion of the ball. The ball stays in the same position and makes the line. We have a decision.
Bill, on the replay, I just want you to talk about the young fullback, Lehigh Hopewate, what he does here.
I thought he did a great job, the timing of the pass.
He gives Tommy Talau time.
And then Tommy had the decision. He could have passed that if he wanted to. That's a wonderful play. Harvey Norman replay. Tommy Talau gets the ball down, slides over the line in these wet conditions. But Lehigh Hopewate, he just allows his centre the time to make the decision whether to pass it or run it himself. And quality movement.
You see a lot of fullbacks go that far into the line where they want to thread the noodle or throw the cutout pass. Not that time. He just caught and tasked and said, "Here, do your best."
This one left, 12-0.
Let's go. Stay behind.
Manly have got the locals rocking. A shallow restart that bounced in no man's land, so back fence Brownie couldn't do his thing again. You've been denied again, Freddie.
Not just me, the thousands of people that are cheering him on. He's a winner out here, Brownie, doing a great job. Have a look at his try. This is a footballer's try. Watch how he lifts his right arm up. He actually swivels his body so he lands on his right shoulder, and he realised because of the slipperiness, it's going to get the momentum, it's going to get him over the line. I remember Tommy Talau coming through the grades. He was a 5'8", a centre. He was a real smart footballer, played on the ball. He's down the centres at the moment, but he just showed his smarts there. Just got his body in a beautiful position and let the momentum and the conditions get him over the line.
Pretty vocal, this Brookvale crowd, as always. Oh, not a good ball from the acting after DCE. He's whacked one up again. Oh, he didn't look confident, Warbrick. Like it had been dropped out of a plane flying overhead on the way to the airport, that one. The ball, not Warbrick. Danica, some news?
Yes, Sean Blaw's come off for a head injury assessment. They've categorised it as showing category 3 symptoms, so he'll undergo the testing over the next 15 minutes, and as soon as we have an update, we'll let you know.
Thank you for that. It's a vote of confidence in Lehigh Hopewate as well, that he's come into the team and straight into that fullback position when you consider Ruben Garrick, who spent a lot of time playing fullback in the absence of Tom Trebojevic. He's acquitted himself very nicely after half an hour. McDonald now. Hughes gets right underneath that. I think it's grazed Nick Meaney's hand and rolled over the touchline.
In the middle, guys. Play the ball in the middle. On the line, guys. Straight, Alex. Straight to the other line. Wait, John.
See Melbourne perhaps a little nonplussed at the moment.
Stand now.
Struggling for a response.
Wait here. Wait.
Well, Manly can really settle into their footy now. 12-0 on the scoreboard. Use that as pressure. With one of the best kickers in the game in Daly Cherry Evans. I'd be surprised if they look to kick early and just apply pressure with their defence.
Here's Brownie. As predicted, Cherry Evans pulls the pin on a long kick, angled towards touch, can't get it to the touch line, but picked up by Warbrick, and a 20-metre cutout pass finds Failongo. But gee, the kick chase is super by Manly. Look at that for a play.
And that's his favourite kick, Daly Cherry Evans, from the middle of the field. Likes to kick back across his body.
Oh,
And he's nailed plenty of 40-20s with those kicks.
smart by Wishart. Dashes from dummy half and gets out to the 20, but this is a real statement. Opening half by Manly. They play their best football when they're physical. They're really aiming up.
Especially here. He goes Nelson.
Oh, speaking of it, Brown and Nelson collide headlong.
Well, it was back fence Nelson and back fence Brown. Back fence Brown. He's got one of those mirrors that Joey talks about.
He thinks he's 8'2".
Joey talks about a few different mirrors. I'm trying to work out the one you mean.
The one that makes you look like Brad Pitt.
Yes, Brad.
I've got to question back fence's technique.
Which one?
Well, the one where he just took on Nelson, he's half his size. He just stood there with his body and just ran at him.
Well, you should know better than anyone. He just doesn't care. Does not care. He's made it a career in not caring. Garrick, plenty of room. Cherry Evans is loving what his forwards are doing tonight. He can ask the question of Failongo again. Gee, that's a good take by a little man. Oh, he got jammed into the ground by Jason Saab.
Well, this is a bit of a test for the Melbourne Storm. Big win over the Parramatta Eels last week in Magic Round. Munster went off the field and they went on with the job. Now they're put under pressure away from home, in a hostile environment, in greasy conditions. And they're down on the scoreboard. This is the challenge for the Storm here.
Who's driving him now? Is it Jerome Hughes or is it Harry Grant?
Both of them. They're the two experienced players in the team. They direct how they play, whether they kick, they pull the trigger. I think it's both of them. They've got to do it together.
How's that for a 19-year-old in his first game? Backhand flick. And he hit the target. Corey Waddell, Daly Cherry Evans, Jason Saab, trampled Wishart.
Once again, Tyron Wishart gets his head on the wrong side. Be careful, that's the second time. Gets a knee or a hip.
Brooks bounces off. Oh, he was half through. He's explosive off the mark, Luke Brooks. It's one element of his football that's understated. Cherry Evans, another high kick, another defusal by Warbrick. This is all Manly. Poking through gaps, throwing backhand passes.
They've got a lot of possession, 57% of possession. A lot of field position.
Roland Garros returns to Nine's Wide World of Sports this Sunday night from 6:30 for the second Grand Slam on the tennis calendar. Don't miss our Aussies in action on the famed clay courts of Paris, live and free.
40-20.
On 9, 9 now, and that is a great kick into the corner, but I think it was just outside.
Yeah, I think he had his foot on the line. It was a great kick. He was going for a 40-20. He just overstepped the line, Jerome Hughes. Here it is here.
Let's go.
Oh, that's close.
I was going to ask you last night, actually, Andrew, because I'm sure if anyone can get this right, it'll be you. And I open it to Brad as well. How many French Open singles titles do you think Rafael Nadal's won?
12.
9.
14.
Try 14.
Yes!
Well done.
Close.
We'll send you down a chocolate bar at half-time. 14! And probably his last. Also at half-time, This will be special. Cliffy Lyons speaking with Jonathan Thurston. It would be great to have two of our Indigenous super. So could you imagine playing together, those two playing together in the halves?
A couple of magicians right there.
Jerry Evans looking to run, and his Queensland mate tried to rip the ball away but couldn't.
He's been great tonight, Jerry Evans. Oh.
It's a weird wobbly kick off the left boot of Brooks.
That was a shank.
So Suafa-Longo, third consecutive starting game in the Melbourne #1 jumper, and a penalty, and a much needed one for Storm.
Yeah, 3 minutes till half time. They can use this set to try and find some points. They'll start their set inside the Manly half with a good kick here. They can create some space for young Suafa-Longo. He looks the most likely. Ali Katoa on that right-hand side.
McDonald drafting up to the halfway. Well, they've been totally outgunned in this first half, yet they find themselves with some sort of chance before half-time to maybe score a try and narrow this margin. Hughes, Failongo with that explosive pace. Good tackle. Tommy Talau, one of Manly's 2 try scorers so far. Oh, I don't think McDonald was expecting it, so he did well to catch that. 11 away. Harry Grant. Big Nelson. Spins in contact and was thinking about an offload, but doesn't promote the ball. Grant away to Hughes, kicking through. It will be a try, and it's a 6th of the season for Ali Katoa.
Yeah, off the back of a penalty that gifted the field position to the Melbourne Storm, and only a couple of minutes before half-time they strike and put themselves back in the contest. Ali Katoa, nice little play here. Harvey Norman replay. Jerome Hughes just threads the needle, and Katoa, he chases the kick. It's a nice play, that one. Fullback's in the line. Ali Katoa, he just pounces on a Jerome Hughes kick, and the Storm hit the scoreboard before half-time.
Lehigh Hopewate, he's at the right post. You'll see him come across the screen around now. He was on the short side, 21, you see him holding. He was in the line on that right, on the right goal post. And then Jerome Hughes gets the ball, goes to the line, brings the defence up. And if he can get that ball through, there is no way of stopping a try. With that fullback in the line, that right post, you can see Lehigh Hopewate just on that right post, and then he sprints when the ball goes away. Jerome Hughes will go to the line, bring up the outside defenders, and if you can kick for your back row or your centre, there is no way to stop that try.
That's so Melbourne. They just hang in and they get one opportunity, and they've nailed it right on half-time, and Meany with the conversion. What a season this man has had. Ali Katoa, 6 tries.
14 seconds to go.
But just damaging with and without the ball. The game's lucky to have a brilliant crop of back rowers. He's right up there among the best on form to knock on Manly. He tried the short grubber.
I have no doubt Daly Tree Evans was looking for the short kick, and then he was going to go for a 2-point field goal.
Okay, challenge over.
No doubt.
Well, a half that was dominated, you'd have to say, by Manly, yet the score doesn't reflect the momentum of the game. It's 12-6. Melbourne with basically no ball on Manly's line right up until the final 2 minutes of the first half. Terry Evans, here he comes, Brownie comes tearing into them, but Melbourne got the better of that, and they've dragged him all the way back to the 10, and Sean Blaw's standing over him. Oh, here's the old Nathan Brown. He's got his eyes spinning in the red mist.
Hey, I'm going to penalise Manly here.
Oh, he's going to penalise Manly. We saw this last week at Magic Round with Jackson Hastings. He got penalised with the ball for pushing.
At the moment, I'm penalising him for basically not playing the ball. Just go back. Just go back. By Nathan Brown, yeah. Valley. Nathan, just put the ball on the ground. Yeah, so basically you guys had a driver. They obviously dominated the tackle and put you back there. Nathan had no reason to react there, so I'm going to penalise you guys for that. Playing it, yeah. You just can't get up and start pushing.
Jackson Hastings last week.
Yep.
Here he is here off the back fence. That's the way you start your second half. Melbourne got numbers in the tackle. And then Brown, he didn't like the finish of it. He gets up pushing Blaw.
Sean Blaw's greedy. He's a bit crazy himself, Sean Blaw. He'll love that.
Well, Melbourne scored just before the break. If they can score just after the break, Anthony Seibold won't be happy with that.
Some ill discipline from Nathan Brown. Oh, Nelson's dropped it. Brown's picked it up and started to dash upfield.
Well, what that's done is brought the crowd into play. You could hear him screaming.
Oh, don't go again.
Play the ball, back fence.
He wants it again, too. He wants it again.
Here he comes. And they've driven him back in the tackle again, and Blaw is right up in his grill. He might need to do some of that deep breathing that the teams do after they score a try.
What did Charlie Sheen have? Tiger blood? I want Nathan Brown blood. It would be potent.
Charlie Sheen didn't expect to get a mention tonight. Here comes Farlongo.
Oh, he's a big Manly fan.
Well, that's ignited the second half nicely. Already a very exciting contest. The packed Manly partisan crowd has been ignited by a dramatic start. Here's Blaw.
As Jason Saab then flew off his wing. Looking for a big hit.
Carl!
We might have a Battle of Brookie 2 going on tonight. This might explode again.
Yeah. All right, just wait. Play the ball. Wait.
Saab goes in. Now, what happens here with Cole Lawton? He hip tosses him. There's nothing illegal.
Wishart. Kick for Hopewate. Who beat the first line of defence.
Oh, that was special.
Well, he does well to start with because you can hear the footsteps. He takes the ball, beats a couple of players.
Good ball movement out to the left-hand side, where Tommy Talau is waiting for it. Lehigh Hopewate, by the way, the first player to make an NRL debut at fullback for Manly since Brett Stewart back in 2003. He'd love to have a similar career to the Snake. Here he is, Hopewate, and Garrick pulling into some space. Dragged down in last-ditch fashion by Remus Smith. Nathan Brown away to Luke Brooks. Boot the ball. There's no one back there. The kick's going to sit up in the in goal. Farlongo, can he get back? Yes, he can, and he might do even better. Up to the 20, tries to toy with them, and Brooks has pulled him over the touchline. Has he? No. Somehow he didn't graze the line.
Anthony Seabold will be disappointed with that kick chase by Unger. Long ball.
Oh, this is unbelievable footy at half-time. How exciting. Coach now. Grant. Wishart back to the open side. A pass for Nelson. Jake Trbojevic and Corey Waddell bring him down, but he was able to play it very quickly. And now Hughes at pace. Away to Meany. A kick towards the in-goal. Hopoate's there.
Well, the game's come to life. Farlongo down the other end got his team out of trouble. And Lehigh Hopoate.
He's going to be driven all the way back. Somehow, Talau wasn't forced back to the in-goal. Oh, how tough are these runs? Melbourne tearing off the defensive line, trying to hit. Oh, penalty!
I gave you the benefit on the last tackle.
Oh, it's a soft penalty.
Max is here.
That's a really soft penalty. They had Manly in that corner. They were about to tee off.
Hold there, guys.
He'd be disappointed in that one, Craig Bellamy. That was a soft penalty.
Oh, there's some extra sting in the contact out of the half-time break. Jake Trbojevic. Past the halfway. Stopped by King. Lawton. Brown ball playing. Cherry Evans with some footwork. Great catch, Hopoate. Just blistering on his feet. Oh, Nelson on Lehigh Hopoate. Welcome to the big leagues.
He's fine. He gets up, plays the ball. He's tough.
Well, that's an initiation. Lawton, DCE, and then Hopoate, Garrick. Up to the 10, last tackle. Cherry Evans with the opportunity for an attacking kick. He goes along the ground. It's a glorious kick. The weight was just sumptuous, and it's tapped over the back.
Well, the footy's been great. You know, the Manly Seagulls are really going after their footy. Here's Lehigh Hopoate. He cops a big whack by Nelson. He's tough, all right, the young kid. Heavily involved. And the veteran, Daly Cherry Evans, he gets the repeat set.
Oh, Jerome Hughes, his ribs are exposed then when he jumped for that ball.
Going short. Short long.
He's in the thick of things, Lehigh. He went to school just across the road at St Augustine's.
There's the Westpac red zone. In 16, place 7. And they're accumulating a few more here, the Manly Seagulls.
Brooks. Hopoate. And in the way, Ben Trbojevic, but he's tackled comprehensively by Nick Meany. Across to Hopoate, now to Lawton, now Jake Trbojevic, there's TCE. Good pass, Garrick tries to beat Brenda Smith with some pace. But he's unable to do so, but it's sideline to sideline. The ball zinging out there tonight. Cherry Evans, Lawton, through Brown, now Brooks, dummy to Trbojevic, short pass to Lau. Held on Melbourne's 10. Fast play the ball, Lawton for Cherry Evans. A pass for Jake Trbojevic, he's got one!
Yeah, top shelf ball playing here by Daly Cherry Evans. He steps up to last tackle. Everyone's expecting the veteran half to kick the football, but he sees space. Harvey Norman replay. Here it is, the space under the goalpost. And he puts his big lock forward in Jake Trbojevic into Manly. They're playing footy, but they go through the middle. Freddie.
For a while there, I thought backfence Brown was becoming the favourite of Brookvale, but it just took a little tip on from the old halfback onto the real favourite, Jake Trbojevic. When he scored, you should have seen the grandstand. They all just went up. What a sight. What a sight.
And you know what, Freddie, after he scored it, he was trying his best not to smile. He enjoyed that one. And it's earned him a breather.
Yep, sideline to sideline, move them around and then play through them. Short balls, go at the line, short pass.
But early, guys, make sure you wait.
Manly back out to that double converted try margin as Meany resumes. Here he is. He's come out of the Maccas next door. Oh, he's got the ball, Brownie.
He's been to Macca's all right. He had the big
Let's go,
What are
guys.
those green things on your junior burgers? What are they?
Gherkins.
He had a gherkin on his hand. They're no good, those gherkins. Trust me. Oh, this is hilarious.
Danica.
Yes, just some breaking news. Will Warbrick has come off with a groin injury, and it's not good news at all. At this stage, the Melbourne Storm are saying that he's been ruled out for the remainder of tonight's match, which is certainly a huge blow for the Melbourne Storm.
Indeed, thanks, Danica. Hughes. Oh, looked it over the top. And,
They're offside.
There was an offside coming or something the likes,
Luke
because
Brooks offside.
they will get the penalty nonetheless.
Luke Brooks offside.
Well, it's handy they've got a winger on the bench.
We're going to repack it.
Green Anderson's gone out there.
We're repacking the scrum.
He did a great job last week coming on for Cameron Munster.
Okay, we're repacking. Everyone stay in
He's
for the
more
break
suited
call.
than the outside backs. Centre wing, number 15 there, that's Green Anderson.
Harry, bind him tight, mate. Harry, bind him tight.
And it's Sua Farlongo on the left-hand side. And 2-on-2. Plenty of space.
Stanley Wall confronting the exciting fullback. Liero, tackled by Ethan Bullimore. Used exclusively in the second half, so he's fresh. Ethan Bullimore.
Great toe. Ben Trebojevic.
Harry Grant. Josh King. Tyron Wishart. Sua Farlongo. Good defence.
That was a great defensive very from Garrick.
He's dropped that, Remus Smith.
Well, there were 3 big tackles in the last 3 plays. Ben Trebojevic was the first one, then Ruben Garrick. He comes up with a really good stop. And the last one was Jason Saab. He just applies the pressure. This is Garrick down nice and low. And then his wingman, Saab, he goes out and puts the pressure on Remus Smith. That goal line defence, Manly are right up and about at the moment.
It is Indigenous round in the NRL, where we celebrate First Nations communities who have dug deep bonds with rugby league and are part of the fabric of the game at all levels. This year, the NRL is calling on all fans to educate, celebrate and connect so we can move forward together towards reconciliation. To learn more, nrl.com/Indigenous. Indigenous round moving forward together. Raced out. Good contact on Bullimore. Now Waddell played a lot of football on the edge this year, but playing as a middle forward and running strongly there with Brown. Slick pass on the inside. Great catch by young Hopawate.
We got Nelson again.
DCE whacks it up in the air and it's gone out on the full.
He was looking for a floater. Didn't get it off. It was bananaing towards the sideline.
Hey, although Manly are on top in this contest, you don't want to give the Melbourne Storm too many opportunities in your own half. Only 12 points the difference. They can score points quick.
I'm wondering last time Manly was here, it was 20-0 in their favour before Canberra came back to win. It's almost as if no lead is safe in the NRL anymore. Teams shoot out to leads and they get run down regularly.
Well, we're going into a real attacking mode of footy.
Here's Failongo. Numbers. Meany pours into a hole. He gets to the fullback and he forces the ball.
Yeah, you invite the Melbourne Storm into your own half and you've got to pay the consequences sometimes. Nick Meany, and he picks up the points. Nice little movement this right-hand side. Saw Failongo. He does a great job. Harvey Norman replay. Good structure. Eli Katoa, he draws in Luke Brooks. That creates the space for Failongo and Nick Meany. And the Storm, they're back in striking distance.
Yeah, got his spacing wrong there. Luke Brooks was really tight to Trebojevic, which then opened the gap between Brooks and Tommy Talau. And the young fullback, Failongo, he played it beautifully. Nice play there, Jerome Hughes, nice and straight, dug right into the line. His decoy, he sucked in Luke Brooks. He got him on the edge. Considering the players that they've got out, Melbourne Storm, no Pappenhausen, no Munster, the champion Munster. Jerome Hughes just back from, was it calf? Yeah, watch how straight Jerome Hughes plays. Look what it does to Luke Brooks, Tommy Talau. Failongo does a really good job there. Holds the space. And considering the players they got out the Storm, they're an incredible club. They just compete.
Big kick to bring it back to the converted try margin. No issue for me.
Stay behind!
What a super contest. King comes rushing back. So Melbourne only down by the 6 points now. And their 2 tries, in typical Melbourne Storm fashion, have come through the slightest of openings. The one little chance before half-time, they nailed it, and again there. Given possession in Manly's half, they make it stick. Grant! Straight through the centre. Hughes is coming. Away to Jerome Hughes. It was an ankle tap tackle by Alpawani, but he goes again. There's a penalty to Melbourne.
I asked Cameron Smith last night this question. If he was at marker and you get called offside, do you let the player go, do you make the tackle? And he said, you got to make the tackle. Give away the penalty. Trebojevic that time, too honest. Alpawani does a really good job. Ends up ankle tapping, and then Trebojevic comes back and gets a touch.
So Grant wants to take the 2. That'll bring it to a 4-point gap.
Billy, what would you talk to your players in that situation if you're called offside at marking? Would you want them to make the tackle?
I think you've got to understand the situation. If it's going to be a clean line break like that, and sometimes you don't know, but sometimes it's worth giving a penalty away. But if you've got players around there and you can take yourself out and someone else make the tackle, well, you don't want a repeat set. Cameron Smith, he didn't have to do anything like that, did he?
Well, he was reffing the game also.
Never offside. That's what he told me.
Melbourne are coming. Grant's first genuine attacking chance in this game. The great players only need
Stay behind, guys!
the one chance.
Well, he's topped the tackle count. He's got 35 tackles. Saw him before the game. Said, I'm wearing a headgear. You're the worst cauliflower eater. And they are so painful.
Nicely done by Farlongo. The headgear didn't last though.
Got something on the ear? Big strapping or something? Yeah, you can see it.
Toilet paper.
Norman Gunston. What a crack finish this one. Welsh, good contact. It's strongly around the midriff by Taniela Paseka. Hughes got right under this. Hopoate's attacking it. It's off in Melbourne hand. It's still the last. Back to Harry Grant. And he gets tackled with it.
That Lawton, that was a big tackle. He's still the last tackle.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Hand over there, last tackle.
Well, Manly haven't had the ball for a while.
Stay straight, play the ball.
Melbourne scored. And the next set, they went right down the other end and they took the penalty goal. Never spent some time with the football here, Manly. Ever since that kick out on the full from Cherry Evans.
Good surge, Aloia.
We haven't seen much of Olakau'atu tonight, or in the second half. First half, he got a bit of ball, but all the play's been pretty much coming to the left.
The starting middle's back on the ground for Manly. Aloia and Paseka. Trbojevic played it in a reasonable time, and Lawton goes for a scurry. And he still hasn't been halted, although he feels he might have been entitled to keep going there.
Go. Last tackle.
Brooks. A high kick for Anderson, who's replaced Will Warbrick. Tackled on his own 20 by Luke Brooks. Farlongo. And Coates out to the 30. Alec McDonald. We saw last week, he's quick across the ground.
Winston tackle. Got a leg injury, Alec McDonald.
So Hughes tackle with it on the last. It'll be Tyron Wishart's job to kick on play 5.
Hasn't put a foot wrong, has he? Heavily involved from the kickoff. And he's been good, the young Hopoate.
How old?
19?
19.
Ran towards Grant. The help came in the form of Welsh and McDonald. Gordon Chan Kum Tong from the bench in 14. The Samoan international. Brooks with a kick for Anderson. And Melbourne hemmed in the corner. And here comes the defensive onslaught.
Well, it's exactly what Manly have needed. have completed their last 2 sets and turned the ball over right in the corner. And Melbourne really struggling to get out of their own half now.
Finals intensity. This is absorbing rugby league. Katoa. Pass out the back. Oh, that was a great run in. A pretty good ball as well, and Anderson just couldn't grasp it.
Now, this is something the Melbourne Storm have been doing this year. The wide pass off the dummy half, coming out of trouble. Look, the wide pass gets you straight on the edge, creates so much room. And when the defensive winger is back, like Mayanga was, there is so much room. You can move that ball quickly with that element of surprise. You can really create room on the outside. I was watching them in warm-up, Melbourne. They were doing this drill, catching the ball 15, 20 metres wide of Harry Grant. Something they're obviously working on.
Oh, Aloiai lined up by Liero and stopped in his tracks. Brooks for Terry Evans. The dummy and run. 7 on 7. Jerome Hughes, the main tackler. Ben Trebojevic across for Brooks. Here's Paseka. Gigantic man. Inside the 30. Here's CKT. Gordon Chan Kuntong. He might go all the way. He didn't, and he lost it out the back.
Geez, he looked likely. It's the right time of the game for Gordon to come on. Speed out of dummy half through the middle.
Hughes kicks from his own 30. Suimolo, Vaianga. And now Saab up within 5 of the halfway. A tick under 15 to play. And you sense a little hush around Four Pines rookie. Tension mounting.
Well, they can't protect the lead, Manly. You got to keep playing against the Melbourne Storm. Great pass. You just go one out, they'll just suffocate you. You got to keep moving the ball, keep playing when you're tired. They can't protect this lead.
Brooks plays to Ben Trebojevic. Good tackle around the legs by Jerome Hughes. Now Welsh got 6 more on play 5.
That's a huge call.
Massive.
Huge.
Here's the Manly chant. The Seagulls inside the 20 now. An inside pass from the skipper to Paseka. They're down on the 10. Terry Evans is winding around the back. He gets there now, the extra man, and they've stripped them beautifully. That's such a methodical bit of football by Manly.
Yeah, beautiful play, beautiful finish by Hopewadi on the end. And just speaking before, he hasn't put a foot wrong tonight. It's a nice little pass. Tommy Talau picks up the 4-pointer. You just watch Daly Cherry Evans. He sweeps from the short side behind the ruck and gets over to the open. Sweeps late. Harvey Norman replay. There he is at the top of the screen, just floating over to the left-hand side. Creates the extra number, and then Hopewadi, he sums up the situation. Little flick on Tommy Talau. Manly Seagulls are on.
That's the name of the game. The forwards get you in field position and your creative players play together. Brooks to Cherry Evans to Hopewadi. Creative players all playing together. 5'8" to halfback to fullback.
Lehigh Hopewadi. He just threw that ball like a cricket ball.
Got a bit of class about him, Bill.
Absolutely. Wonderful debut. Wonderful debut. And it's not just all the shiny stuff. He's done the tough stuff. Ran into Nelson a couple of times. He's been extremely heavily involved. Opawati, 17 runs, 129 metres.
Well, they defended that whole set, and then Welsh gave that 6 again away, and straight on the back of it, Manly have clocked another try. A double for Tommy Talau, and this gap back to 10. Long pass from the resumption. Brooks to Cherry Evans at second. This has been a very strong second stint by Taniela Maseka.
Yeah, they missed him when he went off for a spell. So go forward. He's on Kawatu.
And he's into some space. Garrett now off the offload. Cuts back off the left foot. Goes backwards for a few steps. Another offload. Aloye now. Powering himself up near the halfway. That's good footy. Manly. Only tackle 2. They're into enemy territory. Welsh gets across. That's a strong tackle on Ben Trebojevic. Cherry Evans out on the edge. Odokawatu dropped his hip on Tyron Wishart, who's done an excellent job defending the gigantic second rower. CKT, as they call him, put down outside the 20. Brooks, Talau coming. Talau's the main challenger on Anderson, who's knocked it on. It's picked up by Cherry Evans, isn't it? Brooksy! It's Brooksy!
You got a try or anything?
It's the man that kicked it. He might have scored the try.
No, he's not celebrating. He's too honest.
He had the hand in the air for a little bit.
Okay, we're back to number 1. I have no try. I'll lose sight of the ball here.
It was the challenge
Just confirm what happened with the ball.
between Grant Anderson and Tommy Talau.
He's on side.
I thought it come off Anderson. Yeah, the shoulder of Anderson.
That's all Melbourne in the contest. The ball goes back from Melbourne. Restarting the tackle count.
And Kamikamitha, they come across. Does he get the ball down?
Did the bunker say it went back off Melbourne?
All Melbourne.
Just looking to see if there's high contact in the lead-up.
Oh.
At the very least, Manly looks like they'll get a penalty.
No, he's lost it.
Luke Brooks loses the ball over the line. However, there is a high tackle in the lead-up by Tui Kamika. We'll be having a penalty to Manly.
So they can take the penalty shot and stretch the gap to 12.
Going to be a penalty. All right, Tui, on report. Okay, it's going to be a penalty this here. Let's get time off the roll.
The wingers from both teams have been exceptional under the high balls so far tonight. The first blip on the radar, if you will, by Grant Anderson. And Garrick will take the shot in an attempt to stretch this to 26-14.
Bill, do you think Manly are genuine contenders? See, depending on Turbo. I saw Turbo down there before the game.
Well, that's a big factor, because in the past they've really struggled without their star number 1. And he just adds so much to this team. They play with this sort of energy. And then you get the stars like Tom Trebojevic back. And Kohler's been out.
Kohler, yes.
They're a team. I've been really impressed with what they've displayed tonight.
Speaking to Turbo, he said he had a bit of a bog trot yesterday.
A what?
A what?
Well, it's a waddle, not quite a jog. As my dad used to do.
$26.14. Wilder Sports is the only place you can catch both men's and women's State of Origin Rugby League exclusive, live and free. We're just 12 days from the men's opener at Accor Stadium, Sydney, and game 2 of the women's series the following night in Newcastle on Thursday, June 6. Nines Wide World of Sports, your home of State of Origin. There is no better value in sport.
He said he just sort of hobbled around. Oh, here we go. Look at this long pass. They like to move the ball around Manly to get their big men one-on-one, small men. That time they've got Aloiai one-on-one with Jerome Hughes. You can get that. It's quick play the ball. Generally, they're all quick.
Sek has been near unstoppable since he's come back on the ground. That was an amazing run. Trebojevic playing it. Terry Evans, Olakau'atu, now Hopewate on the right-hand edge. He's popped up right across the ground.
That's a part of his game he's building, Olakau'atu. Just a little bit of a pass, bit of finesse on the outside. The centre runs the lead for the fullback. Smart play.
He might think about a one-pointer and a set or two.
Give his forwards a rest there. 20 seconds, 30-second rest.
Oh, they've served it up to Nelson, but there's a shoulder charge penalty.
Come off its foul play, so they're just going to clear it.
That was Olakau'atu with a shoulder charge. I think he missed.
I don't think he got him, did he? Well, you'd know if he got him.
I would have liked to see some contact between Nelson and Olakau'atu. Here he goes. Because Olakau'atu is the only man I've ever seen rock. Justin Olam.
I think he'd rock wherever he wanted to. Nick Meaney. Oh, one-on-one pinch. How good was that? Brooksy down the sideline. He hasn't got the sustained pace of Meaney. Oh, he dropped. And now Failongo is going to bounce back.
Bounce or what? He just bounces, doesn't he?
That's not a bog trot.
Definitely not.
The fans saw it. The ref didn't. Kamakamifa, the 10th Fijian-born player to bring up a century of games in the NRL tonight. Inside pass, very nice. Hughes, Wishart, Hughes.
And once again, we spoke about it with the Manly try. Your creative players playing together. Halfback to 5'8", 5'8" back to halfback. Harvey Norman replay, just the markers. They just clock off for a second there. That was Paseka. Ball goes away. The big man just stops. His legs don't move, which then opens up the channel on the inside.
Yeah, you spoke about Jerome Hughes playing straight for the last try. The space was on the outside. That time it was on the inside. Nick Meaney wasting no time here with the conversion.
Wow, a thrilling final few moments coming up. Brad Fittler.
Well, I reckon Ben Trebojevic will learn something out of this game. It's twice now Harry Grant's caught him at marker. This time he just teased him just enough to keep him at himself. So then once he passed the ball went past Ben and he stopped. Watch this, just takes Ben out. Just caught him enough that when the ball come back on the inside, he slid hold of Harry Grant. The master, the new master.
He's a wizard, isn't he? 5 left. 6 points the difference.
Well, what do you do here, Joey?
Stay
Do you
behind.
throw everything at your footy down this end of the field, or do you
All
build a
out.
couple of sets?
All out attack.
That's your answer to most things.
They've had great success coming to their right
Stay
side.
behind. Let's go.
Cherry Evans this time kicks back. Normally he was kicking to the right all game.
Hit hard by a couple of Trebojeviches. Played to Grant. Away to Katoa. Do not write this Melbourne Storm team off, whatever the circumstances. Liero short to Bloor. Fast play the ball again. Wishart now setting something up with Hughes. Farlongo, what a tackle!
Great tackle.
That's nearly a try saver.
That's a
to
match
Molo
saver.
Vaianga.
That's a match saver, that one.
And doubles up. It's Harry Grant.
Sensational.
Yeah, that was great play.
Hughes bangs it high. Here's a challenge. It's gone back off Melbourne, back off Manly, and the Seagulls have it.
Yeah, if we can have another look at that tackle. There was a 2-man overlap for Melbourne on this right-hand side, and Vaianga, he makes the decision to go in. That's a big tackle.
It's a huge tackle because he lost his legs. Yeah. He had to dive to make that tackle.
Oh no, they've spilt it. Melbourne with a genuine opening now. Away to Hughes. Back in for Nick Meaney. Oh, big shot.
Big tackle.
Meaney ironed out, but they're inside the 40.
6 to go.
Time off. Back you go.
3.5 on the clock. They'll get this in one more set, I reckon. But no better field position than what they're enjoying on this set.
Yeah, all in here. They're all set to the right.
Sean Moore tackle. Put down by Cherry Evans. First receiver Wishart. Takes the defence on himself. Rolled out of a tackle. Couldn't get the ball away. Grant. Harry's the man. Dashes from dummy half. Got to a dead end. Gave it back to Kamitha. Legs tackle from Brooks. Still a couple left. Almost in front of the post. Wishart. Crunched over the top. There might be now or never for the Storm. Spiral pass to Hughes. He kicks and goes himself, and Hopewadi's out.
On the line. Momentum kicking back. Goal line dropout.
Goal line dropout.
Well, he does a great job here. Lehigh Hopewadi puts himself in the right spot. I thought Melbourne were going to run the football. They were shaped out to the left, and Hughes decides to put it on the toe and cleans it up, the young man. They go short here, Joey?
Yeah, got to go short.
I think he'll go long.
Go short. Even if it doesn't go 10.
Oh, he's going long.
You get your defence set.
Dribbles on the ground. It's trapped by Anderson. Kamitha. Oh, tearing back. And rattled by Ben Trebojevic. Under 2 minutes to play. They've got to make this one stick, Melbourne. Manly, they've dominated the game, really, but Melbourne still every chance. Nelson out to Hughes. Short pass to Katoa. Tackled by Jake. Harry Grant, dummy to Nelson, who was in front of him. A chance out on his left-hand side. Farlongo with all his pace. He dragged down, super tackle. Gee, there's been some clutch individual bits of defence. Oh, 6 more!
What was that for?
Liero They're going to have it pretty much until the end of the game here at Melbourne. Katoa back on the inside. 6 from the line. Waddell was the defender. Here's Nelson. No. Felled under the black dot. They swing it left. A short pass, Wishart.
Great defence.
Super defence. Ball and all tackled. Bloor halted. Oh, Liero. There was a miscommunication. Kama Kamitha tackled.
30 seconds to go.
They've got 2 plays, Melbourne, if they're to force us to extra time with a converted try. Liero out the back, Grant. Hughes for the line, knocked over, great tackle on a Kawatu. Harry Grant. Tyron Wishart, back to Nick Meaney, this is it. Oh, they've got to keep it alive. Meaney with the kick, in behind them. Tuimolo Bayanga's got it. Manly are going to survive. Well, he gets up and runs away, Raymond.
Oh, great defence, Manly.
What an end.
What a game.
Look at the reaction of the Manly players coming in tonight. They've lost 3 in a row. Look at the emotion. Out on their feet, players on the ground. What a game.
They've broken the 3-game losing run with victory over their bitter enemies here at 4 Pines Brook. A thriller in Friday night footy, 26-20.